All right. Now, what we're going to be focusing on for the next kind of week, I guess, is a 3-part series of selling on live video. And this is really, really important for you to start to get comfortable with and to grasp the concept, because so many people are making really good money doing this, and I would hate for you to miss out on that opportunity. I know that our guest tonight could probably talk to us a lot about why we don't get in front of the camera too. I mean, Diane, who we're going to be speaking with tonight, is a wealth of knowledge, and I can't wait to introduce her to you. But the whole series that we're doing, we're breaking it into 3 sections. And I'm doing it that way because I really want to give a little bit of new ideas, new processes, new strategies to everyone in the group, because we have a really diverse group. There are people in our community who have never gone live and are scared to death to do it. And there are people who do it pretty regularly, but maybe haven't seen the success yet. So they're confident to go on camera, but they don't have the right strategy for selling the merchandise and goods and services. And then we have people who do it all the time and are really successful. And the reason that I want to talk about this, and why I think that we have a few weeks here still in December to really take an attempt for you to take a stab at going live and trying to sell some stuff, because one, it's the time of year to do that, but it's really good practice to get in the habit of doing it, because these strategies can be used all year round. And someone in our community, even this week, was able to sell $2,400 worth of merchandise in 45 minutes from going live on social media. And I have been studying people that are doing it, and that's why we're bringing it to you guys, so that you can start doing it too, okay? So it's a 3-part series. The first part is tonight. We have Diane Forster, who's gonna come on in just a second. And that, to me, I was thinking in my mind, what's the #1 kind of online show shopping? And that's QVC. And for those of you who don't know, QVC is a home shopping cable network show where viewers can watch 24/7 and buy merchandise whenever they want from the comfort of their own home. And so I thought, well, if those show hosts and those people can entertain people 24/7 selling stuff, there's got to be a system and a rhythm and a strategy that they use that you guys could be incorporating in a quick 45-minute, hour-long segment to your audience. And so that's how I found Diane. And then part #2 is going to be with one of our fellow club members and assistant coaches, Trace. And her and I have really been having fun looking at the gamification of these shows and the gamification of Facebook Lives, and how it becomes a raffle and exciting, and how you can get people to spend more money by making it a game and keeping them interested. So that's what we'll talk about in part 2. And then part 3 is, again, we're bringing on a fellow club member and one of her business partners to discuss messenger bots, some of the tech side of going live, and also how to use live when you're not just selling a physical product, but how you can go live and make money or get leads when you just offer services and education. All right, so there's lots to talk about tonight, and I want to bring on Diane here in just a sec. Let me see, I got to get over to my panelist view. There's Diane. Go to the attendees. Oh, there it is. Sorry, Diane, I'll be with you. Here we go. There it is. Okay. All right. I am now promoting you to panelist. I think it's Diane. Did I click the wrong person? I did. I think I did. I did. I'm sorry. You know what's wild? Hold on one second. You know what's funny, guys? Diane, I'm coming to you. Don't worry. I just picked Cat Boss. So I don't know who Cat Boss is. It just happened again. Hold on. Promote to panelist. Here we go, Diane. Now you're coming. Ah!
Unmute.
Okay. We got you on.
Hey, how are you, Kim? It's so nice to see you. No, I'm not Cat Boss, but hi, Cat Boss.
I know. I was looking at it. I think as people join and leave, your name kept shifting, and then I was like, Cat Boss. I love that somebody has that as their I guess name on on here. So, well, welcome, Diane.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. I love this. I'm excited about talking about all of this. Anything sales related is great. So
yes. Well, we've teased our audience a little bit with some of your background in our emails and on our Facebook event pages, but let me formally introduce you to our community here. So Diane Forster is an award-winning inventor, which got her on QVC, and best-selling author. She's also a TEDx speaker. I know that our audience, we love watching TEDx talks. Well, Diane has given one of those talks. She's a TV host, podcaster, intentional living expert. I love that, intentionally living, and reinvention specialist. She works with clients privately and helps you clear any mindset blocks and limiting beliefs that can block you from reaching your full potential in business, life, and relationships. So we're just so happy to have you. And like I said at the beginning, there's a lot that goes into one, selling, and then second, going on camera and doing it and not feeling judged, So why don't you tell us a little bit about maybe your experience initially before we dig into all the QVC stuff. Tell us, I guess, some tips or strategies on just what a person needs to become good at sales.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, I have so much to say. All right, I want to be cognizant of time. So give me an idea of how much time I have.
Well, we have an hour. Most of these trainings we go an hour, so we have until for another about 40 minutes or 50 minutes.
All right, so I what wasn't included in there, let me just give you a snapshot of my corporate background before I got into doing I have today and what I'm doing and inventing my product and everything, was I spent 32 years in advertising and television sales. So I spent a lot of time, I've sold over $100 million in advertising in my career, and I know a lot about messaging and marketing and branding and packaging and all of that stuff. Not that I was in front of a camera, it was behind the scenes, and I was, representing a lot of clients, but I got a lot of exposure to it too. And what I will tell you about selling in front of a camera or being in front of a camera, yes, it can be really, really daunting if it's not something you've ever done before. And I would say to anybody who's never done it before but really wants to start doing this, a great way to start is don't do it live. Walk around your house and record yourself making a cup of coffee and saying, first I put in the coffee and then I put in the creamer and then I stir it with my spoon. Start doing that a little bit just to kind of get comfortable with yourself in front of a camera. That is a great way to do it, where nobody has to see you or judge you. And then you can watch it back. And what'll happen is you're going to hate looking at yourself. You are. But eventually you will get used to it and you'll become more and more comfortable with it, where it becomes so second nature that you don't even think twice about it. I have a show, I'm in front of the camera all the time now, and I don't even think twice about it. But I started out that way, where I just would hit the record button and, me brushing my teeth or whatever it is. But just kind of start there, I would say, would be one way to just really get you going without actually having to be live.
Yeah, and you actually never have to even post it. You
right.
You're just practicing for the sake of practicing. And I would just because I guess it makes sense, I just thought of it now too, is that even if you go live and you get through whatever you're selling and you hate it, you just delete it, take it down.
Absolutely. That's the beautiful thing about social media, is you can pull it down, and nobody else has to see it. You don't like it, just get rid of it, which is really nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So So that is the first thing that I'd like to say. And, I have a lot to say about, sales in general. And I'll talk about some of the whys and the hows, and then strategies. Of course, I'll talk about my QVC appearance, what it is they're looking for, and anybody, what makes successful on-air live sales strategies work that people really resonate with. So one of the biggest things that you need to do is it's about connection with the audience. Sales is really the Latin word for it is service. So you're providing a service for somebody. It's something that they really do want it and they really do need it. And your role is to present it in a way that you're speaking their language and it connects with them, like, oh, I see it. I get it. I need that. They can imagine themselves using and enjoying that product. And it's about really making a connection with them. And I'll talk a lot about features and benefits. That's a huge part of this, of what QVC does, is the features and benefits piece of it. So
yeah, you just said they're seeing themselves using the product.
Yes.
I don't think, in my experience with most of our retailers, maybe some of the manufacturers who are used to standing in a trade show booth and showing it, but they are a lot of times just demoing it. They're not necessarily like seeing the customer, and framing it in a way that allows the buyer to see themselves using it. I love that.
Yes. Yes. So you really want to be focused on the outcome. What is the outcome? What is the end user, their experience going to be like? That's how you sell a product. So it's the difference. It's selling the feeling, the emotion, the experience of it, not the mechanics of it. If I was selling this necklace, I wouldn't say, yeah, it's made out of silver and it's got gold details on it right here, and it's 18 inches, like that. That's more mechanical. What I would say is, it's beautifully crafted with these twists, and it's got this, I think that's called a hempa actually, and this tassel on it. And so it's really versatile. This could go with day or night. And because it's gold and silver, it's really versatile. I've got silver in my jacket, so it goes with that. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. Imagine yourself out at a party wearing this and people talking about it. So see how I'm getting in the visual part of it? I didn't talk about, the nuts and bolts of it. So that's what you want to convey to your audience. So yeah, I'll give you an example of my kitchen product, right? So we had it on this. It's called the Spifter. It's a sifting spoon that you use for decorating foods and beverages, which creates perfect placement of your spice. There's no mess, there's no waste, your hands don't get dirty sprinkling spice on foods or beverages. There's no germs or contamination, so unused spice gets to go back in the container, right? So the features and benefits of it is it comes with a 5-inch handle, which is really nice because it fits deep down into spice jars and bags, and it's got a small little bowl so it fits just the right amount, and it's got a tapping edge on it. And so if you tap on top, you're going to get a wider sprinkle. If you tap on if you tap on top, you're going to get a more direct sprinkle. But if you tap on the side, it's going to do a wider sprinkle. And then unused spices get to go back in the container. There's 3 interchangeable bowls, so it's really versatile to use with all different types of sugars and spices. And look how easy it is. The bowls snap in and out. You just rinse it off. It's dishwasher safe. It's fast, easy, and clean. Like, I'm talking a lot about the benefits of it so the user can see themselves using it. So that's how you want to sell your products, that way. Features and the benefits. Oh, somebody's saying, I want to buy a Spiffer.
Yeah.
I love it. Good. Well, I got them for sale.
Yes.
So that is one of the ways that you do it. So very descriptive words, get them to feel like, oh my God, like we just got that comment, and that is, oh my God, I want that, I need that, right? So you got to create that experiential environment for them, so it's not so salesy. They're like, you know what? There's a formula. Write this down: WIIFM. It's like a radio station. WIFM. What's in it for me? They want to know what's in it for me. Always. So it's always about what is the end result for them. Okay. And then one of the other things that you want to do is when you're talking about the features. So did you hear how I was saying when I was describing it? I said, so all right, the feature is it has a 5-inch handle on it. It's got a nice long handle. That's the feature. Then I went into the benefit. So it's great. It fits deep into spice jars and containers, bags, so feature and a benefit, feature and a benefit. So you want to say what the feature is and so that, and what the benefit is, or the feature, and this is important to you because is a very powerful word in sales. Our subconscious mind, when it hears the word because, it takes it as truth. So there's been all sorts of experiments and research on that. So that's another powerful sales tip and strategy, a word that you can really use that'll help. And then also there's really descriptive words that you want to use. So it's like it's all new, or it's improved, or the innovative, or sexy is a big time word that sells. Sexy sells.
I don't know, how would we use that in the pet industry though? I don't know. Maybe a sexy bag, a sexy pet carrier. We do have a pet carrier company, so.
Yeah, but still, even the the all new. Give me the name of a product and let me do a little spiel on it. Like I don't.
Well, okay. Are you a pet parent?
I am. I used to be. I lost my pets in the divorce. Sorry.
Okay, but you're familiar with pets. Okay.
Yes, love them.
All right. So I don't know. Let's go to our audience. I would love to have our viewers throw in some suggestions of what you'd want to hear Diane try to pitch and sell. Here we go. Okay, so Karen, one of our club members, I love it. So this is how supportive our community is. I love it. So Karen is a retailer, and she's suggesting another club member's product, which is Cindy's Carp Burgers. Okay, so let me explain to you real quick. So carp is, Cindy's laughing. Carp is an invasive species of fish, right? I know, are you familiar with carp? It's like, it's okay, but it's actually a very healthy product. Okay, it's one of the cleanest fish that's out there because it's a top swimming fish. It doesn't swim on the bottom. Okay, and one Cindy's product is that she's launching raw food patties. Okay, and so raw, as you know, you're into health and wellness. It's better to have things raw than cooked, and so there's lots of omega-3. So it's a good quality protein. But then what she's doing is she's making little frozen burger patties that retailers can then sell. Okay. So I don't know if that's a stretch for you, but if you want to go for it.
So I would say of the healthiest foods for humans, what is it that you eat? I personally, so here's another thing that you want to do. You want to create the connection and that know, like, and trust factor. And people love stories. They connect with stories because then they can see themselves in your story, okay? And another tip is they connect more with you solving their pain than giving them pleasure. So, because the pain is what they're seeking for. Of all the searches that are out there, most of them are to how to solve a pain problem, right? So a carp burger, it's the kind of thing, it's so healthy, and I would talk about the benefits of carp, the healthy omega-3 fats that we all need, and this is the kind of thing that I could personally eat because it's that healthy. So you want to create no fillers in your food, or preservatives, or anything like that related to your dog, because your dog's system is really sensitive too. So you want to give him him or her the healthiest diet you possibly can. And this is a great way to do it. And it comes in fun burger patties, which are really fun. It's fun. You know, the dog looks forward to eating it. It's probably portioned the right size, right? So talk about the portion size. So you don't have to measure anything out. It's already done for you. So see, I even just gave you 3 things right there that you could look for on how to position it. And, you know, it's a fun, great, healthy way to keep your dog healthy in a diet that's healthy and good for them, going to keep them active, young and alive, vibrant. It's good for their bones. It's good for their blood, that type of thing. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I hope that helps. So,
yeah, I think it definitely does. I like how you suggested to bring it back to sharing stories, or while there you didn't necessarily give like a personal experience story with this, but you were able to convey like, this is what I would eat. And
yes, yeah, yeah. And I was just going to say something else, and of course I lost it. But yeah, but again, it's something that's really fun. And oh, thank you. You just triggered me. So back to the descriptive words. So this is really fun. It's new and innovative. This is what we found. This is guaranteed. Guaranteed is another big word. Guaranteed to make your pet so happy. So words like that, new, improved, guaranteed, something that they can really connect with, makes them excited. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's exciting for you to talk about it, you know, and it makes it fun for you to talk about.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay. So, some of the other things that you want to do in a sales conversation is create limiters and scarcity thinking, because you want people to act. And here's the thing, you know, back in the day when I started in media, which was, I'm embarrassed to say, 1983, a really long time ago, it used to take 3 impressions for someone to take action. You know, we didn't have the massive number of media channels and outlets that we do right now. The fragmentation is just unbelievable. So it takes a minimum of 11 or 12 touches or hits to make that impression on a potential buyer for them to take action. So when they're in the moment, when they're feeling inspired, when they feel it right here, like, oh my God, I didn't even see the name of the person who said she wanted a spifter, but she's in that moment right now. She wants it. So if I let her go, she's going to forget about it, because we forget 99% of what we hear the second after we hear it. Oh, wow. The second after we hear it, it's gone. It's gone. And we have such an influx of overwhelm and of information, you know, pouring on us at all times, so that you've got to create that limiter that, like, if you know, I'm only doing this right now, it's for this, you know, while we're on the show together, I only have, you know, 50 of them, and they're going to the first 50, or whatever it is, to create that inspired action in the moment and make somebody respond right then and there, because they do want it. Even if they don't buy right then and there and you lose them in that moment, they still do want it. But then you have to go back and make that connection again. And it's much more challenging to do that. It's much more powerful and impactful and easier on you and your business if you get them to act now. You want them to act in the moment. So
what would be some examples of limiters?
Oh gosh. So limited time. All right. So I'll go to a QVC example. So QVC is a time segment and the clock is running. So there's that going on, the sales, the demonstration, the talk of features and benefits, the experiential stuff, testimonials, which I'll get into in a minute. All of these things are going on at once, and the clock is there, and your mind is going, looking at the clock on the screen and seeing it tick down.
It comes down. Okay.
It goes down. Yes, they want the clock to go down. And so I'm running out of time. That's what's going through your mind. So a limiter is, like I said, you know, hey, I'm going to be on Facebook Live here for 10 minutes, just making something up. 10 minutes and I'm talking about, my new set of, readers that are this, that, and the other. And, and if you add now, if, I'm going to only do this while I'm here, or I just got in 24 of this and they're already going fast, and I wanted to come on here to my loyal audience who's always here. You create that community and that connection with people, so you want to make them feel special, like it's available for them right now. You're giving them priority and preferential treatment, that you're offering it to them right then and there, because they're going to be gone. So time and number of units is the way to do it, and make them aware of it. Like, it's only while I'm here. I'm sure you've all have been to events and you've seen speakers on stage and they're making an offer, and I'm going to do one when I'm done here and tell you, what's going on with me. You'll either act or you won't act. But it's one of those things that you need to capture those buyers when they're in the moment, right then and there. Okay. And I know it's challenging. There's a lot of limiting beliefs. We have this fear. We have fear of asking. So many people don't like asking for money. They feel icky about it, and I understand it. It's a skill. It's for sure a skill, but it's trainable and teachable. That is the good news. We don't instinctively have that. We learn how to do that. So, but the more you do it, the better you get at it. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So a lot of the time I will look at what I've done, every scenario, whether it's a live event in my home, or it's an episode of my show, or I'm appearing somewhere, I'm speaking on stage or something. I'll go back and I'll look, all right, well, 3 things, what went right, what I do right, what did I do wrong, and what do I want to change and do better next time, and just kind of evaluate it. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just allow yourself to learn and improve each and every time. So, yeah.
Yeah, you are really good at that. I remember. So Diane and I have been on other group calls together too, and she is very good about that. Like, very strategic. And I don't know what you're like outside of in your personal life, maybe, and thinking of if it stresses you out, but you definitely approach it in a very analytical, strategic way of like, this can't all be have not worked for a reason. Like, what did I know I do really well? Yeah. What can I improve for next time? It's so smart.
Yeah. Well, honestly, for anybody, that's good for anybody's psyche, because if it's it's December right now, and I'll be honest, I just hosted an event and it didn't go well, and I had no enrollment. And so that could be really debilitating and make me feel really bad. But I thought about it logically. Okay, well, it's this time of year. There's other things going on, but maybe it's time to switch things up. And you need to do that, because we're constantly evolving and changing. So there's always room for improvement. And that's one of the things I wanted to touch on, which is innovation. You're constantly innovating yourself, your business, your products, so it's having that innovative mindset of what could I be doing better? So.
Yeah. I could see in this example of even creating the limiters by, you have the courage to get on camera. You are saying that you only have 12 of these things, are going to go fast, and then no one's interested, and maybe you only had 6 people buy and you still have the 6 and it's not going. And so you feel like you are a failure because you pitched it that they're going to go fast and then they didn't go fast. Yeah. Or you only have a limited time, and so you got to sign up now. And what if nobody does sign up? What do you say to the entrepreneur who's faced that, and how do you get back on the horse and try again?
Okay, well, a couple things. In the moment, when you are in that live sales conversation, especially in a Facebook Live and certainly on a QVC, they could see the results right then and there. When the engagement goes up, pay attention as you're doing it to the certain things that you say and do that elicit a response, a positive response. Because there's your gold right there. There's something that you said or did right there that made people react. So something I said about the spifter made you raise your hand and go, I want one of those, right? So it's important to see, oh, what was that? You know, where in the conversation did that happen? And you just perfect it. And I will tell you this, one of the best ways to sell, truly the best way to sell, is testimonials, happy customers, case studies. If you, QVC is all about that, and so are infomercials. If you ever watch an infomercial, which QVC is one 24/7, but if you watch an infomercial, there's talk about what the problem is, you know, list of them. Say it's a weight loss, or it's an exercise machine, or a face cream, or you know, an exercise video series. They're talking about the pain, right? The wrinkles on your face, or the weight you want to get in shape. They talk about that problem a little bit, and they talk about their product being the solution, but literally 7 to 80% of the content in that are testimonials. They're before and after photos and stories, right? Mm-hmm. It's results. So that's another big key in the art of selling, is to be able to really have testimonials. So, you know, all my programs and my offerings and products and services, I have testimonials with every one of them, because people want to see, they want to know. Now, granted, we're talking about pet products, but these are their babies. You know, pets are their babies, right? They're their fur babies, so they care about them. They want the best for them. They want to know that what you're offering them is really going to help their pet or their pets. You know, it's really going to it's going to have the results that you say. It's going to give that result, that satisfaction, that before and that transformation, whatever it is. And it might be a toy, you know, but it might be you know, a cart burger that is really going to change that pet's health, you know, on so many different levels. So that's
I think this is a powerful thing that I know that I don't feel like a lot of our members are utilizing, because even if they want to talk about, because, you know, you've got the retailer who sells a lot of stuff, they don't manufacture their stuff, right? But they want to talk about on social media and feature something that they got in. And so maybe they don't have their own testimonial yet because it's brand new, but that product manufacturer probably has something on their website, or you could have reached out, you know, to them to say, can I get a quick little testimonial about one of your clients who's used this product and what they've thought of. And then while you're featuring that item on your live stream, even if you're raffling it off or selling it at a discount or just showing it, you could still add a testimonial piece to it, because it validates, it's social proof that other people have bought it and are using it and it's working for them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I love the before and after. I think a lot of times in the pet world, we use it for grooming because it's a really easy, take a picture of a groom before they get groomed and then after they get groomed. But what about all our customers that we do change their diet, their pets' diets, and they lose weight, or their skin and coat improves? You know, it's up to you to reach out to these customers and to your audience who's purchased these products and just ask for some feedback that you can then repurpose.
For sure. And if any of them ever say, oh my God, they come to you and they tell you how happy they are. When I hear somebody, they will send me a text, or they will post something on Facebook, or send me an email saying, I can't even tell you how you changed my life. The results, I'm so much happier, I'm sleeping better, I'm dreaming again, I don't feel anxiety, whatever it is. I immediately reach out to them and say, would you mind giving me a testimonial? I'd love a video testimonial, but even an audio or a written one would mean so much to me. And if you want, I will even lay out the template for you. So I don't write it for them, but I make it really easy. Like, this is what I'd love for you to say that you just said to me. So it's not putting words in their mouth, but just, you want to make it as easy as possible for that satisfied customer to get you that testimonial, because it's worth the effort to do it, because it is going to create more sales for you of that product or service. So, yeah. Yes.
And actually too, again, just back to our core group of clients or retailers, a lot of times we get reviews about ourselves as a business, which is great, but it is, you got to find those reviews about specific products you sell, because that will draw in more people too. All right, cool. So we've got creating limiters and connection and testimonials. What else can you tell us about the QVC experience and what makes a QVC host so good at selling?
Oh, okay. Well, these were really just mine and
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I said limiters, features and benefits, sell that feeling, emotion, experience versus the, mechanics of the product, right? You want them, the end user, to actually, the outcome, them experiencing it, the descriptive words, new, improved, sexy, whatever, the testimonials, and then connection, right? So those were the 5 key strategies that I wanted to share with you. And that, remember, they're more so looking to solve their pain than they are looking for pleasure. That's a big thing. Remember, they're coming to you to solve a problem too. If my puppy's too wild and I need toys to calm him down, whatever that is. All right, well, let me tell you quickly about the QVC experience. I'm going to tell you what it's like to be on air, but first I'm going to tell you how to actually get on air. All right, so there's really 4 ways to do it. The first way is just go to their website. They have a Careers at QVC tab there, and they are looking for on-air talent. Imagine them there. QVC is the #1 online shopping network, and they are 5 times larger than all the other shopping networks combined. I mean, they have the mothership. They have 5 million household viewers, and they are on 24/7. So it is constant. And so they are looking for new, fun, innovative products. And so that you can apply on there. There's a list here. I printed it out, but you could just go there, and this is what the requirements are. So just apply. I mean, if you're up for it, you can totally apply. And one of the things is to send them a video. So if you're not used to doing video yet, maybe you do one for QVC. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is their ambassador program, and this is how I did it. This is an online program that they do, and it's a contest where you apply for your product to be in a contest, and voters vote on which product they'd be most likely to buy. And if your product wins, then QVC purchases your product for their online store, not on TV, but online. So that happened for me. I entered the contest, I won. So they made a purchase order for 50 sets. They bought them in sets of 2. They also have to have a unique offer. This is their thing. So they wouldn't take this by itself, because the MSRP on this is $19.99. It had to be something special. So how do you break that down? Well, we sold it in sets of 2 for $34.25. So it was a discounted price, but 2 of them instead of 1, right? So they bought 50 sets, and then they sold out. Then they bought 75 sets, they sold out. So they kept doing that, and then they called me and said, your product's been selling well. We'd like to feature you on our air as our, ambassador of the month club. So that's how I did it. I did not go the traditional route. But that is another way to get on the air with them. The other way is to hire a QVC rep. And if you need a resource for this, I can certainly help you with this. But there are QVC reps out there that have connections and relationships with all the buyers, and they go in with their, bag of stuff and present to each category buyer whatever it is they have. So they've already cultivated the relationships, so you don't have to do that, because it is hard to break in there. Imagine what, the amount of products they get pitched to them. Yeah. So that's the third way. And then the fourth way is an introduction email. So if I were to, connect you with my buyer, it is the least effective, I will tell you that. Unless it's something that's so mind-blowing, that's a hard channel to go, because they don't want you abusing their relationship that you have with them. So it's certainly not impossible. They are looking for products. You just have to go about it the right way. So that's the how to do it, to get on there. The experience of when you're on there is you go to the studio for a day training, an on-air guest training with a whole lot of other people, and a couple of the hosts talk you through, and it's a half-day morning talking about it, what's happening there, and then the afternoon is actually demonstrating, where you're in front of the camera, in front of the display table, the demonstration table, and everything is going on. So you're not live, but it's makeshift live. So you get to get your nerves out and all of that and see what it's really like. Because when you are on air, there's a lot going on. Imagine that, like I said. So they have the camera, they have a couple different cameras. They've got the roaming camera as well. They've got the clock ticking down. They have the chat box up. And so there's a lot of moving parts. And I was on air for 6 minutes. And my role as the guest with the host my role was to talk about the features and benefits and demonstrate the product. The host talked about the offer and did all the sales pitching. So that's the way they structure it. So, and I will tell you, 6 minutes went by like that, like lightning quick. So that's how they do it. That's how so you are, you're a guest host. So, and your segment could be anywhere from, 5 or 6 minutes to, 20 to 30 to a full hour, depending on the time of day, your category, who your host is, the number of different styles of the product that you have, how popular the category is. So it's a range. I would say in this industry, starting out, it would be like mine, like a 6 to 8 to 10 minute segment that you could do on air. So that would be how you would do it, and then what the experience would be like. So
yeah, that's so interesting. Yeah, I know we do have some manufacturers who are interested. When I sent out the first email saying that you were going to be on here, they emailed me right away and were like, "Oh my gosh, I'd love to be on QVC. How can I make that happen?" So while, like you said, there's a lot of companies that want to be on QVC, so it's not that easy, but it's definitely possible.
Oh, well, and this category that you're in is like, it's massive. I don't even know how many billions, but I'd venture to say it's probably like a $6 billion industry.
Well, it's 70. The pet products is a 70 billion.
70? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's just pet products. It doesn't even include the veterinary care or services. I think it might be 120 billion when you count all the subcategories. So, yeah, pets are family.
Fantastic. That is fantastic.
So you guys, Diane has shared so many awesome things already. If you have any questions at all, type them in the chat thread there and we can get to those. And Diane, did you have anything else you wanted to share? Any other words of wisdom or what things you wanted to cover?
Well, I know, relationships sell. They really do. And when you've got a customer or try and set things up so that you have recurring business and opportunity to connect, whether it's monthly subscription or product of the month feature, or I know you're going to talk about gamifying it and all of that, but create and pique interest and connection. On my show, everything I do is, there's a structure and a format to my show, but I always infuse it with personal stories about me so that they connect with me as a person beyond the I Have Today vision and mission, right? And intentional living. So make that connection. Talk about your own pets. Talk about your own experiences. Oh my God, I got a new puppy and she, chewed my brand new wooden chair, or whatever it is. Like, make people want more of you. Make them fall in love with you too, because people buy people, not products. I'm telling you right now, they do. And they want to know you. They want to have a connection and a relationship with you. We're in the social media engagement world. This is our world right now. So, and there's so much more sales online than brick and mortar, as we know. It's so prevalent that make that connection so they really get to know you and they choose you first. I will tell you, in my years at ABC, I developed such strong relationships. Like I said, I've sold over $100 million worth of advertising because I became the go-to person. So if someone had a media buy up and she only had a small amount of money, she would call me and give me 100% of her budget because she knew what she was getting with me. And that's the kind of relationship that you want to have with your customers too. You're the go-to person. They need something, they reach out to you. So. Mm-hmm. That's how I'd like to, end that note, and totally open for questions. So.
Yeah. So Kim has a question here, and she's curious if by offering the product at a discount like you did by, coupling it together, but it was still discounted, did you find a decline in the other channels that you were selling in, or did they notice that you were selling it at a discount?
No, because you know what? I've done that where they bought it at a higher price and then somebody else came in and bought it at a lower price. And my answer to that is, you know what? I make different offers for different events at different times for different things. And, and Candace, we know this with, our industry, that's just something that you say, matter of factly, you do not have to apologize for that. You really, really don't. It's your business and it's your decision on how you want to run it. And if you want to do a flash sale or a fire sale or inventory reduction or some new product launch 48-hour thing, you could do whatever you want and just explain, that's what we were doing. And I'm coaching one of my clients and she had this thing happen to her where she had a special offer that she was doing for a program the week before, and a new client came in the week after, and she was snooping around, doing her research, and she came back to her and called her, and she said, well, I don't think I want to do that. Can you offer me what you were offering last week? And she called me, and I said, does that make you feel good? And she said, no. And I said, then don't offer it for her. That was a limited time. If you don't stick to your word, you're going to lose that trust factor, okay, and integrity. And remember, it's people know, like, and trust. So you will lose that. So don't feel bad about saying, well, no, we're not offering that anymore. So, that's just my philosophy on it, that you don't have to do that. It's your business and you get to decide.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Any other questions for Diane? Well, while we wait and see if we have any other questions, would you like to tell our community how they could work with you?
Yeah, so I offer a variety of different things, and one of the things that I do is I really help with mindset and clear limiting beliefs, and we all have them. Everyone has them. They're not your fault, but they don't go away on their own. So if you are struggling in not just your sales process, but challenges related to your business or in your life in general, if you're having trouble with work-life balance or, managing it, and your health, your self-care is suffering or anything like that, I want to offer you a chance to do a complimentary strategy session with me where we can at least get on the phone. Let's see if we're a fit. And if I am and I can help you and support you, then I can tell you about some of the other things that I do. Because I do a lengthy strategy session where we create a roadmap for you, and I have a rapid mindset shift program where I clear away your limiting beliefs using a personalized mantra meditation and other things. Like, I have a lot of stuff. But first, let's see if we're a fit. So what I would do is, hopefully it's working. So I'm going to give you 2 ways to get a hold of me because my website's being working on as we speak. But at DianeForster.com, and it's DianeForster, go into coaching, the coaching tab, and fill that out. And there's just an application there. I'll get it, and then we'll set up a call free of charge. Let's just have the conversation and build the relationship. And then if that's not working, feel free to email me at info@DianeForster.com. So, and I'd love to help and support you and in your life and certainly in your business too. So,
Awesome.
So yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. It's very generous of you. I just put up your information in the chat there, and I'll share it with our community afterwards. And thank you so much, Diane, for jumping on and sharing so many good things there. We will be continuing that conversation in the Pet Boss Club this week and trying to get some examples out of our group and community. And
oh wait, Alyssa, I see that. Okay, so Alyssa, send me if anybody wants a spifter. And let me tell you, can I do a little sales pitch for you guys?
Sure.
This is the perfect time of year. This is the kitchen gadget that no kitchen should be without because it is unique. It is the only one of its kind. It is the only one in the world. It's $19.99. You buy it once, you have it forever, and it's a great stocking stuffer, hostess gift, all of that, right? So email me at info@DianeForster and we'll get them out to you right away. Plenty of time before the holidays. So anyway, there you go. That's how you sell.
I think it's great. And it's about working with the relationships that you have and your network and your friends. And, I'm not paying you to be here to talk to our community. You're doing it because we're friends and you want to help other entrepreneurs. I mean, you have a really big goal and vision for yourself. And this is, yes. And so I'll let you share that in just a second too. But this is a way for you to get your brand introduced to new people. And then here you're selling spoons to people. You never know. And who knows? Alyssa could end up buying multiple spoons, and then her friends buy spoons, and her friends buy spoons. So you never know. You never know.
Carrying them in the store. Wouldn't that be great, right?
Yeah, I wonder actually, I bet Taz is watching. She would know. Could we use the spifter for any of the supplements to sprinkle it into something? Probably, or sprinkle it on top. That'd be cool.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So Diane, what is your big vision and goal?
So I have today is really about living intentionally to your highest, greatest, fullest potential. No fear. It's empowerment. And I do coaching for a business life relationship. As I said, I'm really focused on mindset and clearing away those limiting beliefs and getting rid of that muck from your past, any of the guilt, shame, doubt, fear, and projected worry to the future. And I know so many people have so much that they carry around with them, but then really opening you up and building revenue streams for you and businesses and allowing you to start dreaming and seeing the bigger picture. So my goal, and this is for, it's focused on women, even though I work with men too, but I started it because of women. And if you go to my site, you'll read my story, but because women are so hard on themselves and they don't feel worthy and deserving, and there's a low level of self-love and self-value. So my mission statement is to see that 1 billion women who don't know their self-worth discover their true divinity, power, and purpose. And I have today will be a global brand. It'll be a massive network all over the world. So got to dream big, right?
That's right. That's right. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, thank you.
And I love you, and I'm happy to do this. Support your community, of course. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I know that everyone's really enjoyed learning tonight from you, and lots of good takeaways. Kelly said that she's gotten some great takeaways. So we will chat with you soon. I mean, you're welcome to hang out in the club all month, and if in our Facebook group, and we'll tag you if we have any questions, or if you end up having any other articles or things that you wanted to share with our community, please feel free to do so.
Okay, I will. And thank you so much for having me. And I don't know how to get in your club, but I'm sure you'll invite. Oh, you invited me.
I did. Yeah, you're invited.
Okay, so I will. I'll interact and tag me, you guys. You can follow me at I Have Today with Diane Forster too, if you want to know more about what I'm doing as well. So
cool. Really cool. All right, everybody.
Yes.
Have a wonderful night, guys. Happy selling. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.